Do you think the students connected their work on accessible media with attitudinal change? Response is by Zbitnew and Chelsea Jones.
They want to make it accessible. They want it to be, they understand that, it's important that it's accessible. And they know why, typically because of the AODA or because of the legislation or because they've been told what to do. But again, as I said earlier, it's the attitude, changing the attitude or understanding that part is really, really important. And I think that the partnerships, it's conversation and it's reciprocal. So I'm not going to change my attitude just me up by myself. I need to engage in conversation, work with people, talk to people, listen to people, and many different types of people to understand attitude and what that means. So I think that, for me, if I was going to make a checklist, I would put attitudinal change at the top. That's where we should start, and that all involves partnership, and it involves the intellectual partnership of people working back and forth and working together.
For us, when it came to attitudinal change, the real goal was to think about access in a much broader way than what the usual principles of universal design or universal design for learning allow, right? We wanted students to be able to be sort of embedded in that critique and actually practicing that critique and learning that applying a UDL checklist just doesn't always work. Every film is different, every podcast is different. So it gave students a chance to sort of experience or try out different ways of being creative and innovative and thinking about access in a broader way and in an intersectional way. And in that sense, these partnerships, they didn't come out of nowhere. They were really specifically orchestrated. We wanted to make sure that students were put into production and put into community at the intersections of race and disability and access and all sorts of things, knowing that they were all going to make very different projects that called for very different approaches to access. So thinking about access as an ongoing iterative process that they can be part of is, at its core, the attitudinal change rather than getting stuck on that checklist.